Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of using the Pythagorean Theorem. This is standard 8.7c in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 33 of the 2024 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a drag and drop here, and you notice that we can use each answer more than once, right? So we can take this answer, not a right triangle, and put it in all three if we really wanted to. Same with right triangle. It's a 2-point problem. If we try to move on without selecting a third option, it will tell us that we have an error. We need to answer the entire question. So let's see what we can do to get 2 points on this problem. So we need to determine whether the triangle with each set of side lengths is a right triangle or not a right triangle. All right. So if we wanted to, we can, visually kind of try to draw something that looks like this. The question is it a right triangle? Well, we'll have to see. And what we should know about our right triangle is going to be on our reference materials. It's not labeled right triangle, but it's right at that very bottom. The additional information, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. The Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. That is a theorem that has to do with right triangles. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. What that means is if that we were to take squares, right, the a and the b are going to be your two legs. Doesn't matter which one is which, but if that's your right angle, these two are always going to be your legs, and then your c is going to be your hypotenuse. It's always the longest side across from your right angle. So what this means is if we were to make squares with side lengths of b, squares with side lengths of a, that goes off the screen a little bit, and add those together, those two squares would equal the area of a square with a side length of c. That also goes off the screen. So this square, and this square together make this big square right here. That's what a squared plus b squared equals c squared means. So you can use it for any right triangle, which means the longest side always has to be the hypotenuse. So what we should be able to calculate then is, does a triangle that looks like this, is that a right triangle? So my longest side is going to be 9, so that's going to be 6 and 8. So what the Pythagorean theorem is telling me, if that this is a and this is b and this is c, we should be able to substitute. Does 6 squared plus 8 squared equals 9 squared? Right, so that's 36 plus 64 is going to equal my 81. And that is not going to work, because 36 and 64 makes 100. All right, so this is not a right triangle, because that hypotenuse is not long enough. So that's really what we need to do, is just use the Pythagorean theorem. Let's check these ones. I've got 26. That is my longest side, right? So if we could do it like this. So my two legs are going to be 10, 24, it's 26. All right, so 10 squared plus 24 squared equals 26 squared. Well, I know this is 100. After that, I'm kind of out. So let's just go ahead and use a calculator. All right, so I'll just do it like this. 10 squared plus 24 squared equals 676. What is 26 squared? Hey, that's a right triangle. They're both 676. And then let's do this last one here. And the last one is going to be 24 squared plus 45 squared equals 51 squared. All right, 24 squared plus 45 squared, 2601, 51 squared, same thing. So that is also a right triangle. So the first one is not a right triangle. The following two are right triangles.